Lee, it's Monday.
Monday.
Woo. We've just done sprint planning. I'm still working from home. I've been working from home all week this week. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good week. So
Yeah.
what are you up to?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things to do. For me, there's obviously the YouTube video today. Quick to get that done and tied away. Other than that, though, there is still the Who Shoved My Shapes trailer to edit. There's not much left to do, hopefully, so we'll get that done. Get you to give it a quick review and then to finish it up and get it ready to be published. And then towards the end of the week, we want to make a start on the next Sexy DLC because we want to make sure we get the sort of foot in the door for that because we don't want to be against the wire like we were last time. And it's a new mechanic, so we need to do a bit of testing to make sure the autocomplete can pick everything up, essentially. I don't know any problems.
Yeah, good stuff. As for me, I'm going to be working on Who Shoved My Shapes. Blah, blah. I said that right. I'm going to be working on Who Shoved My Shapes a little bit. So we basically want to get the demo just done and sorted this week. So that means that there's one outstanding bug. The audio with the fireworks at the end is a bit glitchy. And we need to add localization, but that should be fairly easy, fingers crossed. So once I've done that, get a build sorted and just shelve it. Other than that, I'm going to be working on Wooloop, hopefully, if I've got time. We basically want to get a demo ready for that as well. So all the stuff I'm doing for Who Shoved My Shapes, but for that game, and it's not quite as ready as Who Shoved My Shapes, so it's going to be quite a bit of work to do with that. Also some admin stuff, so we're going to be chasing up the new office quite a bit. We were hoping to get a viewing this week, but it looks like it might not go ahead. And there was another admin thing that I was going to mention. But oh well.
Okay, so today's been a big day of admin for me mainly, but I have managed to get this bug fixed to do with Who Shoved My Shapes, the sort of like the end game animation audio. So at the end of the game, there is a bunch of fireworks at launch, and the problem was that was actually tied into this sound effects slider. A couple of other problems as well. I think it's all sorted now, but basically like the sounds are like looping on a weird iteration. But it should all be fixed now. So now if you complete a puzzle, that no sound. But then as soon as we start turning up the audio slider, what's the music? The audio appears, and that's great. That's exactly what we're after. So that's done. I think now my job is to just try and get this all cemented into a demo build, and then we can send that off for approval.
Morning, Rob.
Morning.
It's Tuesday. We just had our stand-up. Should be pretty straightforward on today. What are you doing?
Well, it should be straightforward if Luna behaves herself. She's all over the place this morning. What is she doing? Yeah, but for me today, this morning I've been looking at sort of like Trello alternatives. So we've got like the Trello board that we like work through our tasks with. There's a couple of problems we're having with it. Occasionally we keep missing out on tasks, like we forget about them. It's usually just like small snipey tasks that will take like 2 minutes, but because we've got so many different boards for each project, yeah, like we aren't going into every project. So yeah, there's a few things that we want to sort out with that. So I'm looking at alternatives. Not that successful so far, but this afternoon I'm going to be looking at localization for the demo, Who Shoved My Shapes demo. So fingers crossed I can get that sorted pretty quick. But
yeah, for me, I'm going to quickly finish up the vlog because I left it unfinished yesterday. Shouldn't take too long to get that done and export it though, so hopefully you'll be able to give that a watch later, if not tomorrow morning. And other than that, just going to be heading back on to doing work on the trailer. Very fun. But yeah, going to finish up the trailer. I want to get the first pass sort of finished up, just so we can give it a watch and a review and sort of make any big changes before going and doing all of the final touches.
So yeah, it's just at 5 o'clock and you can see there I'm exporting the first pass of the trailer. It's been just non-stop all day with the trailer work. There was some test exports earlier just to check that the edits I was doing looked as I wanted them to look, because again, same issue as last time with the editor view just being way too slow to consistently check. So yeah, I've saved all this a few times with a few different clips. But yeah, when this exports in the next 8 to 9 minutes, I'll give it a watch and let Rob watch it, and we'll see. We'll go from there.
Yeah, okay, so today I've been working on looking at some alternatives to Trello. So we've got this Trello board that we use. We've got each of our projects on there, and we use it to track DLCs as well. But occasionally we'll just kind of forget things. For example, I don't think me or Lee are actually working in coloring pixels this week, really. So if you had a task in here to like do a snipey, just like 5-minute job, then it's going to get missed just because neither of us are actually looking on this board this week. So it's kind of a problem we keep running into. It's nothing major, but we're trying to look at sort of solutions for that. I've been looking at various different software packages, but what I'm going to actually try and do is upgrade to Trello's like premium version, and that gives you a couple of extra views that basically let you see a view of all the boards in one place. There's like calendar view and stuff like that as well. So I'm going to little play around with that a bit more. There's a few macros and things we can set up as well to make it a bit easier for us. So we're going to try and do that, but hasn't been that successful so far. But yeah, anyway, some good news. Yeah, so some good news is that I managed to get some localization stuff working on Who Shoved My Shapes. So this restart button here says hello. It might not look like much, but that's actually like a really good thing. So basically what's happening there is the Unity's localization package is picking up that this word that should say restart needed translating, and it's translated it to hello just for test purposes. That's good because we've had a lot of issues with the Unity package before. We managed to get it working for Hexseed, but stuff like coloring pixels and Switch we've had a lot of issues with. And honestly, we tried getting it working for this before in the past, and it hasn't quite worked. But thankfully we've been able to update our Unity version that we're running, and got the newest package downloaded for the translations. And it seems to be working, so fingers crossed I'll be able to just plug a lot more translations in and get the game localized.
Hello, it's Wednesday. As you can see, no Rob today. It's because today's his birthday. Happy birthday, Rob. He's taking the day off. So that means it's just me today. It also means there's not much going on. I'll try and record what I can just to keep it a bit interesting, but there's only 2 tasks for me today, and that's one, getting a YouTube video uploaded, because I exported that as I clocked out last night, just to free up the processing power so I wasn't sort of eating up time when I was trying to do the trailer yesterday. So you need to get that uploaded, get the thumbnail and everything alongside that. I'll try and record that, maybe show you what I'm doing. And other than that, it's just finishing up the trailer. So both me and Rob watched the trailer last night, the first pass of the trailer that I created, and we both came back with some feedback, things that need to be fixing. I knew there was problems with it anyway, but Rob gave quite a concise breakdown, so it's quite a bit to change up, but shouldn't take too long hopefully. So a little bit of re-recording, but mostly just a bunch of re-editing to get the video up to scratch.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit now. I've been working on making all the changes that we've been pointing out in the videos. So minor changes to the beginning part, but mostly timing issues on this large section here. It was a bit out of sync with the beat. Some of these smaller parts weren't, like for example the Mega Minx here wasn't on the screen long enough, also was out of beat with the rest of it, so that's been corrected. Been a bit finicky trying to get that to work right, mainly with, as you can see here, the loading not working properly in editor, but hopefully it's alright. I'll have a proper look when I've exported the full thing later as well. All I have to do is go ahead and make changes to this section here. So general consensus is we like the idea that if you notice here the clips get smaller and smaller, sort of like building up momentum, essentially trying to build up the excitement. Essentially what's happening here is each turn of the cube switches to another cube. I'm going to keep the same idea, but if you look here you notice that the cube ending animation doesn't have the fireworks, which what Rob wants to show off, so we're going to put that in as well. I've just re-recorded it real quick on the TV there. What I'm going to do is delete all this, and instead of going from cube to cube to cube like I have there, I'm going to try doing it with a selection of different cubes and just cycling between them all. So going from the same 3 or 4 cubes and just cycling back and back to see them getting more and more complete, and hopefully that'll look a bit better. So we'll give that a try now and see how we get on. So yeah, I've just finished the trailer now. Starting the export, it's saying 11 minutes. Might take a bit longer, might be done shorter, but it's 7 PM now, it's getting on a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like I do with the vlog, leave this exporting as I clock out. Just sort of lock the PC and let it do its thing. And I'll give it a watch tomorrow, and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully it's how I want it to look.
Lee, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't in yesterday, but I saw that you posted in the Discord, and everyone was wishing a happy birthday to me. So
Yeah.
I got back in this morning and panicked, thinking that something had gone horribly wrong. But no, everyone just wished me happy birthday. But yeah, we're just on stand up like we usually do. What are you doing?
Yeah, so the trailer got exported last night, so we're going to give that a quick watch. And if there's any changes to be made, sort of like final changes, I'll do that. Other than that though, just me case of making a start on the Hexseed DLC. Want to get enough groundwork in that we can start getting screenshots and stuff for tomorrow, and we'll send the store page off. But yeah, should be pretty straightforward, just a couple of little tasks, or a couple of big tasks. Keep me going.
Yeah. So for me, I'm going to be pivoting a bit. So I'm going to put the localization for Who Shoved My Ships on pause, just because it was taking me ages. It's just working from home. You just can't find the motivation. So I'm just going to do that in the office next week instead. So I'm going to work on Woolooping. I'm going to work on Wooloop. Basically try and get it as much up to scratch as possible. Because we've got another like 2.5 weeks before we can pull it back from the next first demo. So if we can get it looking good in time, that would be great. But if not, it's not a big loss. The other big thing we're doing today is we're going for an office viewing, aren't we? So we're going to look at 2 of the offices that I'd already looked at, but we just want to kind of get measurements and stuff, and Lee wants to see them. So
Yeah.
doing that later in the afternoon as well.
Share a couple of revisits on the trailer, and I'm quite happy where it is now. Rob is probably going to give it one more look over just to double check the very final product, but a few minor changes as of what I exported yesterday and what we've got now, but all in all it's mostly the same. Pretty happy with it. So gonna let us play out for you to watch, and then I'm going to move on to doing the Hexseed setup, just getting the DLC sort of prepped and ready.
Yes, a lot of my day to day has been unfortunately wrestling with our source tree, trying to get Wooloop to work. So a while ago, I kind of messed up our repository. Basically, I tried to upload a lot of large files and it just didn't like it. It was very not happy at all. But yeah, I've just been wrestling with that. I think it's about sorted, but basically all the days passed now. So I'm gonna basically crack on with another task and then pick it up tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, so me and Lee, I've just come back from an office viewing. So I'm gonna do some quick sort of like mock-up plans. I just got the free design, like room office planning software that I've downloaded. We're just trying to play around and see how we could use the space. This is sort of like, there's 2 offices, they're both above and below each other, so they've got very similar profiles. But yeah, we're just trying to plan and sort of see how we can use the office spaces. And the offices are just so much bigger than what we've got now, so we're really looking forward to it. We're not obviously going to be planning to have like 8 different people working in the office. It's still going to be me and Lee for the foreseeable future. But it's nice to plan for the future. Hopefully we're going to be in these new office, in one of these new offices for a couple of years. So it would just be nice to have the option to hire extra people. But yeah, we're hopefully going to have a little sprint planning area. We're going to have a kitchen and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just trying to plan some spaces out, and I think they're looking quite good. This top one I think is the one that we're going to go for, just because it's a bit more open plan. But yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of a pros and cons list and see what Lee's thoughts are on it before we make any progress.
Oh, it's Friday.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we just had our stand-up today. What are you doing?
yeah. So I'm gonna send an email off to the reception because someone nicked a ToastieLabs mug
They did.
last night.
They did.
Gone missing. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna be like doing some more stuff with the new office, trying to get that sorted out after our viewing yesterday. I think we picked one. We've still got a couple more questions to ask, but yeah, we're gonna progress with that. And then other than that, Who Shoved My Ship? No, that's wrong. Other than that, Wooloop. So I'm going to basically just try and like make the UI look a bit better today. Hopefully get the demo sorted as well. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
happy days, yeah. And for me, there's only a couple of minor changes to make to the trailer. It's all about the logo at the beginning, so it should be pretty quick to change. So I'm going to do that, get that exported again, and then move on to doing the Hexseed. I'm definitely getting the store page sent off before the end of the day. That's my goal. So I need to get a few levels made and get screenshots and all that good stuff. So yeah, it should be pretty straightforward.
Do now. Just spend the day just getting the prep work done for the new DLC. See the levels in the world in game now. Sticking to 110 levels, that's kind of what we started with in the early levels. Mainly because this new mechanic, you notice sort of bottlenecking over here forces the players into the tutorial levels. I've already tried my hand at a couple of tutorial levels as well. Just again showing off this new mechanic. I think we went for calling it the zone mechanic, because it sort of like covers the whole zone. But yeah, the main purpose of getting a sort of little prep work here is so I can get the screenshots, which I've done over here now, got the screenshots, and more importantly uploaded them all to Steam, and the store page has been sent off for review. So hopefully when I come back from the weekend, or the long weekend, this will be processed by Valve and we can make the store page live and all the announcements and all that good stuff. But yeah, all that's left to do today now is I'm going to go ahead and upload the trailer. We've got the finished trailer. There's only minor edits that I made this morning, as I said, sort of just making the logo at the front of the trailer look better. Going to get that uploaded to the Hush of My Shapes store page, along with some announcement posts as well, just because we want to start trickling out some sort of progress updates to the actual Steam forum.
Come on. Oh! Lee,
Rob,
it's the weekend.
it's the weekend.
Yeah, woo.
Bank holiday.
Oh, it's Mayday. Yeah, Mayday, Monday. Nice. Yeah, but it's been a pretty good week. I feel like I've been an absolute mess, but you've been quite productive. What have you been up to?
Yes, there's been just a couple of tasks on the board. The main one being the Hush of My Shapes trailer. Finally finalised that this morning. We're happy with it now, and I'm going to be uploading that to the store page just to replace the old one, just so you know it's more up to date. It looks much more professional.
I'm really pleased with it. It looks really good.
Yeah, definitely worth the time investment. It did take longer than expected, which means less Hexseed time, but that's the other task I'm doing is the Hexseed DLC. It's not due till the end of May, but want to get a head start on that. Just about get the store page set up as well. Got all the levels, all the starting levels sort of ready, so we get some screenshots and then get that sent off as well. So yeah, just Hexseed and the Hush of My Shapes trailer. That's all I've been doing.
Yeah, but for me, like I say, a bit all over the place. So I started the week working on Hush of My Shapes, a bit bug fixing. Managed to get localization in as well, at least the framework anyway. I'm going to be doing getting the translations in next week. But yeah, other than that, lots of back and forth with the trailer, obviously. Other than that, I've been working on Wooloop a little bit, so most of it's just been kind of in source tree hell, but I have managed to get it working. We've got the demo actually like uploading to Steam and stuff now, which is good, and I have made a start on the UI as well, so we're getting there. Should be good. The main thing we've done this week, I think the most notable thing is the office stuff. Yeah, went for a viewing.
Yeah, I went to see the two offices we were stuck between. Made some floor plans, got some measurements, so we can get a better idea of what I want.
Yeah, we're on the same page as well with what we're after as well. Because the one that we're not going with, it's a bit run down, isn't it?
Oh yeah, there's a bit of damage here and there, like carpet stains and whatnot. But the main problem I feel like was the space layout was pretty weird. Had different like separated rooms that we didn't need, so it'd be a lot of wasted space for us, unfortunately.
Yeah, a bit strange. But yeah, it'll be good. Fingers crossed we'll get some more progress on that next week.
But yeah, thanks to everyone for getting this far on the video.
I feel like I phrased that weirdly. Thank you for getting this far.
I'll sure, Rob. People don't make it to the end. But yeah, thanks for the patrons as well, as always. Absolutely amazing support, and thanks for voting on the next DLC poll, because that was this week as well. The end of the poll, so we know what we're doing for the next DLC, but we'll keep that a secret until next video, because why not?